Guys, the skill-based matchmaking test has now ended, but I wanted to look back over all of the games that I played and find any of them where the survivors managed to complete the last generator. For those unfamiliar with my statistics, I have a really high win rate on all of my killers in Dead by Daylight, but I found out with this skill-based matchmaking test that Behavior actually removed all data that they previously used for other MMR tests and collected new data specifically for this test. So because of that, I focused on playing killers that I had recently played a lot of games with prior to the skill-based matchmaking tests starting, so that hopefully those killers started off with a higher base MMR than other killers and we could get to a breaking point sooner rather than later. Out of the 27 games I played during the MMR test, only 4 games resulted in the last generator being completed by the survivors, and so this video focuses on those 4 games. The first game is as Trickster on Leary's. It was against a 3-man Swift, and they understood the map perfectly. They used the map's strength against the Trickster's weaknesses to really create an advantage for the survivors. I thought it was a great match. I hope you guys enjoy it. The second match is as Huntress on the Temple of Purgation versus a console 3-man Swift. And during the match, I feel like I played really poorly, made a lot of mistakes, and the survivors capitalized on those mistakes. What's interesting is that I immediately queued up and matched into the same 3-man Swift again. And this time, they knew they were against my Huntress, so they equipped medcrits across the board, changed their builds to become even sweatier, and brought a Haddonfield offering just for kicks. It's safe to say this is a flaw with the MMR system because it makes stream sniping even easier, because if you're a high MMR survivor, the chances that you rematch into a killer is very likely, so you can just sit in Twitch streams of people you play versus to know if you match into them. And the last game is as the twins on Gideon's Meat Plant versus a 4-man Swift. These guys just brought everything. Keys, rainbow map, medkit, super sweaty build across the board. They really pushed my twins to the limit. So that's the video. It's basically me getting my ass handed to me on the MMR system, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below what you think of the MMR system after seeing these matches, and if you haven't already, check to see if you're subscribed, then whilst you're down there, click the red button so we can reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Enjoy. Ooh. Alright, so I already know that 3 of the survivors in this team make up 5,000 hours total in Dead by Daylight plus, and the other one's on console, so I don't have any idea of what hours they have. So, you know, this team here is a little bit more experienced than your average team, which is kind of what you would hope, maybe after 4 games of playing Trickster on MMR, is that the teams will get harder. It's Leary's, so it's not an ideal map for us. We'll have to try and work out where the survivors... Oh, here we go. There's 2 of them here in this room. So this is the one that we have no info on. Wow, there's a laggy sprint burst. She has a window right there that she could have vaulted. Get a god pallet there that she could have gone through. Oh, wow, I got stuck. That's really bad map terrain knowledge from me. I'm a bit concerned that someone comes with a pallet through here. I'm going to push into this just to see. There's another survivor on the other side of that. I need to reload. I am very concerned about this. I think I saw the Kate to the right back here. Maybe I didn't. Or maybe I did and she moved away. Maybe she had no interest in helping. Oh, so they're center gen now by the looks of things. So we'll see what they're doing here. 2 of them running away. They've only just started this gen. That's a quick and quiet on Kate. Last spot we were quick and quiet. No dance with me though. She just actually ran out. Maybe she has life. They've been moving at quite speed. The pathing is very peculiar though. Seems very random, which can be pretty scary. This is a terrible loop for me. There are a couple areas where I can throw through the loop. That's a really smart play to crouch before dropping. It hides her visual hitbox. Makes it much harder for me to know what she's planning on doing. All these line of sight breaks are being such a pain for us. Even though we hit her... Oh, wait, she vaulted after that? That's incredible. She lost all her distance. I think I need to start just predicting some cutoffs on this Kate, and I'll start beating her. That was greedy. She was never making that, even with Dead Hard. Oh, wow. I almost have my main event, so I just want to hit a couple more knives. But I also don't want to allow David to pick up, and he'll probably have a We're Gonna Live Forever, which means he'll have a fast pickup. So I need to be careful of that. Almost got our main event here, which is huge. 3 gen regressions, by the way. Holy crap, this sanity. Sometimes Twitch chat can be dumb, but you just prove that you can't count to 2. There's only 2 gen regressions in my build. That is embarrassing. He has a god pilot to his right. He went left instead. Oh, it's the other way around. Yeah, I shouldn't be holding this. This guy's punishing the fact that I'm holding my power down. Okay. Stay with a quick and quiet through the window. There's just too many tight angles here for me to really do much versus it. Isn't bamboozle a gen regression? Oh shit, my bad. I take it all back. Okay. So that's a lot of gen regression occurring here. I think he counted gen regression, corrupted as a gen regression. It's like counting red as a number. Okay. Guys, why don't you, instead of assuming this guy what he meant, just let them speak for themselves. If he said gen control, if he said gen slowdown, then this conversation wouldn't exist, obviously. I'm not here not understanding that he probably is referring to that. But we're also talking about a killer that doesn't get much value out of perks. They get small value out of moderate abuse. Very small. And then they get small value out of Save the Best for Last. And then no other perk really gives them value out of the 4 that I'm running. I thought I saw a second survivor. At a window? She has dead hard still. I saved my main event for this. And this is really unlucky. They started a gen as 3, and then they broke off it because we contested it. So now they're spread between 3 gens, I believe. And we keep contesting them separately. I mean, she's just going to farm with borrowed. Nope, she didn't. Benefit from Tinkerer. 110 killer doesn't get any good value out of Tinkerer. Infectious. Infectious I have played with, and it can be quite enjoyable, but it's so niche to get value out of. Like, really niche. She's popping really smart. Whispers? No. Dude, I'm getting fucked by Lyri's pathing right now. These guys are smart, but I don't know why they keep tapping gens. They're only giving me info where so they are. Through the window again? No, through the pallet drop? No. I think she takes the window now, but I think I get the basic attack on it. I pre-aimed it and everything. She just had better pathing. To be really disciplined there and make sure I didn't accidentally unblock that window. Oh, damn. They have a flashlight. I don't know where that came from. I don't remember them having a flashlight, but maybe they've just picked it up. Doesn't Iron Maiden work well for Trickster? Yeah, but like Iron Maiden's the kind of perk that you run when there's no better choices. Like Iron Maiden's never going to really win me the game. It's going to make everything feel a little bit smoother, but it won't really win me a game. So it's not really worth running over other perks. I have zero control. This is one of my worst maps. These guys are rinsing me right now. Their pathing is really creative. They're really making the loops hard. We are getting to the point where 3-genning becomes the strategy, which is fine. This thing is definitely their weak link, so need to keep that in mind. Is Discordance a good perk? Yeah, Discordance is an alright perk. But I don't really like any perks that require me to go somewhere on 110 killers because they're slow. Look at my lockers in this back corner. Sheesh, man. Almost non-existent. Oh. That was weird. I did a second animation there. You say that with Pop? Pop doesn't require me to go anywhere. I'm playing around an area to begin with. Tinkerer and Discordance requires you to go out of your areas. Use them. Or re-enter your areas, I suppose. God pallet? No. Different loop. Was that a dead hard? I think it was. Okay. And this Kate's or here again. Crazy. So you can tell this Kate cares about the Nia because they're part of a Swift, right? Whereas the Fang she doesn't care too much about. Jeez, is good progress here. I think Monitor would have actually helped me out genuinely on this game. I can't win it. The survivors have played really well. They abuse Lyri's weaknesses, my weaknesses on Lyri's to their strength. I meant to hold that until I was closer. That was a bad misplay. David will finish his gen. Even though it's a solo, I think he's got it. Really strong team. Oh, he didn't finish it. A little bit unexpected. I have such bad lockers here still. Oh, he switched to this gen. I see. The other two are staying injured. No, Trickster doesn't have a harm. He's not Huntress. He's different. Do you think the other two are healing, or do you think they returned? They must be healing. There was an injured one on that gen there, but they ran off it. I want to push him this way. I think I've got a better chance of downing him this direction than I do the other directions. Right, they should finish the last gen now. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Show some weird decision making because all they have to do is group up on this one as a 2 and it gets done. Yeah, which is exactly what they did. I'm assuming an instant unhook. Yeah, for a time. There's a window here. I did not want to use this. Fang should be finished on this exit gate. She ran straight to it. I wonder if David's there as well. Okay. Interesting. So Feng didn't run to this exit gate. So where did Feng run then? If not the exit gate. She must have ran to the other exit gate over there. Which is a bit surprising. Oh, nope, she did run to this one. That's her picking up the David, I assume. Oh, no, never mind. He had Unbreakable. Wow, that's crazy. So she went to the other exit gate, and David just had Unbreakable, so it didn't matter. Probably DS Unbreakable, so I was dead regardless. Didn't do anything against him. So 3-man Swift on Lyris. Really good hooks regardless of everything. I'm not like upset with my performance because Trickster is definitely a harder killer, and this is one of the harder maps to play on. Okay, not DS Unbreakable, just Unbreakable. But yeah, no, really solid team. They really understood, you know, the concept of how to path on Lyris to avoid damage and stuff. The thing about the MMR system is for it to work, you need to play more games on it. So for a lot of people, they've probably not played enough games to get a good data point yet. So it sucks for the first like 48 hours, but it's only a 48-hour test, right? After that, the games will smoothen out massively. And the thing about skill-based matchmaking is that people don't understand that it actually makes the game better for casuals, because it means casuals are matching up against people of their own rank and skill level, rather than playing versus me, for example. No casual wants to play versus me on a Friday night after work. To be fair, no regular wants to either, but... Oh, I hate hitboxes. That was a good dodge, I guess. Oh, I'm out of hatchets. I keep thinking I have 8. No dead hard is weird. I'm expecting more dead hards. That's usually what happens when we've played quite a few games of one killer back to back. We get lots of dead hards. Good hold. Okay, never mind. This team is definitely not the best. I thought she was further ahead than she was, actually. That'd have been sick. Do I enjoy the Incution at all? Yeah, I like Pyramid Head. Very fun. I'm gonna look to see where Zarina was on barbecue. Is this her here? I hate Temple for Huntress. What a fun map to play Huntress on. What? Why does she not get pushed off this bush like I do? She just walks around it like it doesn't exist. Feng is a very good heads-up player. She might have Spine Chill, though, because she's running in areas... I think she's a Spine Chill player, not a heads-up player. Trying to start chase. Good dead hard. It was early. Nice well. Nice wait. I think she's just holding the edge there, whoever that cyber is. That's Ash. That's Feng. I think that would have hit Ash if there was no tree. This is a 2-man heal. kind of wish I was playing oh, she's dead hard. Okay, so there we go. These are the dead hards I was expecting. They're actually coming out now. What is her movement speed? She's zooming. She medium? Yeah, I hit her. No, I don't hit her because she went straight. I'm throwing this game. Bet she loved that one. They went behind a tree, right? Yeah, so I can't actually throw hatchets at them at all. I am literally throwing this game. I thought she was dead hard in. That's why I threw the hatchet. The pathing was so bad. Oh my god, I hate fucking bushes. I'm tilting. I'm throwing and tilting at the same time. I need to decide what I want to do now. Oh man, just DC. Just DC. It'll be easier this way. Oh my god, the no-look dodges always get me. It's the survivor who looks like they don't know how to dodge, and then they just randomly dodge because they're not looking behind them, but they've got good, like, I guess ears. Yeah, I've lost this game. I threw this game so hard. I was winning this, and then I threw it. That was a bad flick. I flicked into the tree. Serena's gone downstairs to finish this gen off, and Fang's gone for the rescue. Oh yeah, it's the other way around. This is GG. Wait, Ash didn't run into the gen? Oh, he did. He ran this direction. No, he didn't. What? Oh, it's just GG anyway. He healed, and then he does the gen, and they get the Fang up anyway. GG, well played. I made so many errors. I just get punished for playing badly. Why did Fang crawl? Fang could have got picked up here. She didn't need to crawl away. Maybe she has adrenaline. I made so many mistakes. You guys ever seen this before? Alright, she doesn't have adrenaline. That's the adrenaline test. You do that and it hits the survivor out of their adrenaline. Oh, there's a tree in the way. There's two of them here. I don't think the other one left. Maybe she did. I can probably get the 1k out of this. I don't even think I get a 2k. That was such a bad flick. Super bad muscle memory. At the top of the tree. That was a good shot. Don't have to waste anything there. Good dodge. She can't get into the jungle gym though. She's stuck playing edge of the map, which is not good for her. She has dead hard? No. Does not have dead hard. These guys did not respect Bloodwarden at all. I don't think matchmaking is working as much as I made many mistakes. I don't think this team was anything particularly good. I think I just made lots of mistakes. Yeah, they definitely had good perks. 2 sprint bursts, 2 dead hards, only 2 DSs, 2 unbreakables. Really spread perk layouts. Okay, so that was actually a three-man survivor team. I'm really interested to play them again. They all brought medkits. They're trying harder. They're probably in strat listening. Yeah, see, look. Caught it. They're in Twitch chat. They knew. Don't worry, guys. I counted their Haddonfield offering. All right, so from Haddonfield to Badham Preschool 4, it is not much of an upgrade, honestly. If I'm going to be honest. Did I watch Eurovision? No, because Australia didn't make it to the finals, so why would I watch that silly European contest? There's a survivor in this building, I believe, upstairs. Yep. They're all grouped up here, so let's just range targets. Oh, he did not attempt to dodge that at all. I think I should have thrown it a little bit later because it was unlikely that he would know that was blocked. That's my ruin gone again really early. So no gen regression in this game, which will suck. I guess I got 3 gen around House of Pain, but it is called that for a reason. It's from Burst on Yunjin. There's a survivor back there. I don't know where they are now. And there's a survivor on this gen, I believe. Oh, that survivor already managed to get the rescue. Okay. That was really poor. Not as poor as that, though. Whoa, that was a really crazy play. You have to get really lucky to make that play. She's just insta-dropping. She doesn't have much of a plan. She's just running straight lines and hoping it works. I need hatchets. It's okay to get these hits, but I'm not getting anything out of them right now. I believe Ash is down here, but I don't have any way to confirm it. Man, they got such a strong map. This team really didn't want to lose. Did I sprint burst back? No. Oh, she didn't go upstairs. I really thought she did. That enormous hit her. She was just late on the turn in. Oh god, I hate this game so much. Look at this Swift. They're splitting their pressure across 3 different gens. This Feng wanted to work the gen with her teammate, and her teammate told her to fuck off. You're the Haddonfield user. You didn't have balanced landing last time. You had sprint burst. Alright. Oh well, I think this game's over. They came into this game wanting to sweat it out. And even though they're not that great, they're having a pretty good time of it. What did that hit? It hit the hook? Hit the bush. She wasn't going that way anyway. Oh, there's a bush there. That gen's done. Feng's been picked up, I'm sure, by the time I arrive. They're actually just sitting on the gen instead. Wow, GG. I guess she goes in the basement and dies. Or not. Or was that? It's a perk called Soul Guard. So she had Unbreakable and Soul Guard to make that happen. It doesn't work by itself when there's no Hex active. They already got rid of my Hex perk, so it's the only way they got value out of that was by using another perk. There's one up there soloing, and there's one on this gen back here as well. Oh no, never mind. They were back here as well. Yeah, so I mean, this just, I think, gives a really good example of what a 3-man Swift can do if they really put their mind to it, I suppose. But they really wanted this because they stacked their perks and they also stacked the map as well. That's good. We hit her now with basic attack. Just a bit dirty? Not a bit. They stream snipe this game. Why did she pick? How did she pick herself up again? She didn't. It would have been Ash. There's no way she prepared to pick her up again. Does this happen a lot to me? Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of viewers, so it's easy to verify. It's not like it's a hard thing to just check. These guys will open the gates first, I guess. Hey. 3, 2, 1. I cut out. That's a really dumb hatchet toss because now I have to reload, which means they get the unhook on Ash, which means there's a 0k. I should have kept my hatchet. At least then I could have traded the hook. Oh, maybe I still can. Oh, this move from Feng. Wait, no? I think that was the other thing, just playing disruption with noise. I'm guessing DS. All right. Nope. Alright, GG. This is why they don't show the killer beforehand? Absolutely. So guys, they were like, we're playing versus Huntress. Let's go to Haddonfield. Haddonfield's one of the hardest Huntress maps. We can bring Balance Landing. So they brought a realty key. They brought a med kit so they didn't have to heal each other. And then they brought 4 Unbreakables so they couldn't be slowed. I knew they were going to bring a map offering. As soon as I saw the med kits equipped, because they didn't bring any items in the first game, right? So as soon as I saw the med kits equipped, I knew that they were against me, and I knew I had to bring a sacrificial ward. Yeah, high MMR makes stream sniping really easy, unfortunately. Oh, the game. This will be really interesting, because I genuinely think based on the pre-game lobby, this is a 4-man Swift. There's no way for me to prove it because they're playing on console, but just the way that they were like interacting with their items, it was almost like they were having a conversation. I don't think that they were just randomly switching their items out based on what each person was holding, but more so saying, all right, you bring the map, I'll bring the key. You know what I mean? Like, but there's no way for us to know. It'll be interesting to see how this game plays out regardless. I heard a gen being worked on downstairs, I thought. This one, I think. Yeah, they're on it. No sparks yet. All right, so they're holding on to Victor, so that's a good sign that the survivors have a relatively good understanding of what to do. We just found 2 survivors with Victor, so what I'm going to do is take this pallet. I'm going to then recall Victor, and if we get the down on David, we get the down on David, but if we don't, then I'm going to go straight over to that gen. Oh, he went the wrong direction, and it worked out really well for him. I am slower because I'm not running an add-on to increase my movement speed. Nice, we got that just in time. Pinpoint precision. So I'm going to leave him slugged and then try and hit a survivor on this gen back here. There's 2 of them on it. So instead of going for the David here, I'm actually going to go contest the gen again. Because they're going to get rid of Victor and they're going to continue working the gen. I'm happy to slug out here just for a bit of gen pressure. Oh, I was trying to unbind Victor, but that was the wrong call. Alright, so Jane's gone that direction. I didn't see the other survivor. She also has a key. So that drops the key on the floor. And now we get to see if there's a survivor back here. There is. Amazing. And instead of trying to chase her here, we actually just do this. We can bring Victor into the mix. I just wanted to see if she was leaving. She wasn't. She didn't panic. Wow, that's really rare that the survivor doesn't get pushed the direction I try to push them. I guess it doesn't really matter. She goes down here. And then Jane's in trouble as well because she actually just dropped down randomly. To tap a ruin gen, I guess. Very important. He's actually not picked up a key yet, interestingly. Alright, cool. So now we're in a good spot. We've managed to spread pressure across the survivors in a way that allows us to avoid them just, you know, getting gens done instantly. That was a interesting play. I think the Cheryl there just insta-meted. Could be wrong. Oh, it's a Nancy. Is that the new Nancy cosmetic? So one thing we don't have to worry about when it comes to keys is the key being utilized when all the survivors are dead and no gens are being completed. So we're essentially setting up this game early rather than just going for straight up hooks and kills. We're getting the pressure onto the survivors through injures and thanatophobia, making sure that we get good value out of add-on as well. We also have Victor between these 2 hooks, so we'll be able to switch to him when the bill gets too close. Like, so he'll go for the upstairs hook first, and whilst we're chasing David, we can basically use Victor here to get a nice little free hit. And David's pretty much trapped here whilst we're doing that. He can't leave this area. That's a life play. He didn't look behind him after it. All right, cool. So now we can start going for hooks now that everyone's injured. Yes, they've got rid of my Ruin on Dying with the map. Good to see the map coming up and working. Really should have been my target when I think about what items are more important. But, you know, it's really good pressure regardless. So 2-man heal there. Give this a kick and then switch. On the staircase because we can unbind on staircases. And look, we actually found Jane because of that. So let's just trap her. Oh, it's Bill, even better. Nice. So yeah, this is where we can start snowballing. I'm looking for a survivor to shoot out this side, but they didn't even get close to wanting to do that. I'm assuming injured survivor went with full health survivor, and so I'm following blood here. It was a bad assumption. He was just going off to self-care. Let's just slug and hold, and we can go contest the unhook here really quickly. There's no drop downs in the center of the map, which is very peculiar. There it is over there. Well, since he was healing, he doesn't have DS, so we can just hook him. One there, one there. That's two there, actually. Heal didn't heal. So let's go contest him real quick. Make sure he doesn't get the heal off. Hopefully we get there in time. Yep, nice. So big punish on that. Instead of grabbing him out of the locker, we're actually going to do this, because as soon as he jumps out, we'll get a notification. And now I think we can catch him. We just need to be a little bit closer. Oh, actually, we don't catch him at all. Nice, we do. All right, that was perfect. I just needed to be a little bit closer. This is not the map that you want to do that playstyle on. I just don't think it works. Too small. She's upstairs. Okay. All right, are they two-manning the gen down here? Yep. Man, dude, like, this is actually really cool to actually see survivors jump in lockers. You know what I mean? Like, that is just something that you don't see when you're playing twins very often. I'm actually really happy to see that. Two of them coming for the rescue. One of them on this gen, I assume. Let's go and click a survivor real quick, because they're both running straight here. Bill knows he can unhook with Victor on his back, but he's, I think, going to leave it to David here. David's dead on hook, and this is a dead end. Oh, he had life. And it's not a dead end because they finished the gen. Okay, that's a unhook. Big hit. They've got the 5 seconds. They can pick that up really easily since I'm corner map right now. I don't get there at all. I have to send Victor out again if I want to actually just slow them down, but that's not a good decision. I'm better finding David or just walking. Perfect. Whoa, she had DS? Oh, of course, she was the survivor who was just on the hook. I didn't even think of it. I believe the survivor's in here, but I could be wrong. Kind of hoping that she ran in a little bit deeper, but she played that well. Okay. She's just camping each squad pallet she comes to now. Which makes sense because she has Victor on her back, so she's trying to buy her teammates time, but her teammates are just healing. So she doesn't get any good value out of that. Squad pallet back here, but then it's into the window room. Dead hard? Yeah. So, I mean, if these guys are a 3-man Swift, then I would say that... Sorry, 4-man Swift. Then I would say what's carrying their MMR, if MMR is, like, doing anything, is just the fact that they're playing as a 4-man. They just have a little bit better communication, a little bit better game sense because they're 4-man. They can trust each other to do gens. Nothing really special in the way they play. But, you know, they have got a lot of gen pressure because of, you know, the fact that they have a survivor with a map to go find the totems. Then they have a survivor who is, they understand how to play versus twins, which is good. I was assuming they would drop down. Maybe not. Alright, so you should be kicking here. She is, but now she's kind of stuck here. She has to recover the Jane, and she can't recover the Jane well. I'm going to assume they all have a DS based on the fact that Jane had DS. I think that's a fairly reasonable conclusion. I've also 3-gen them really hard here, as you'll see. He's recovered his key now, so that's the play. Nancy's going for the pickup on Jane. I saw that she was dropping down. Oh, geez, man. That was such a bad miss. And Bill's here as well, interestingly. I thought they would vault early. They didn't. Alright, how are you going to play this window now that you've vaulted it? Yeah, you're just dead. Alright. That's another 2-man heal from Bill and David. And this is where, by hooking the survivors, we're basically allowing the hatch escape to happen. So it's not a big deal, but this is where the game will end. Because there's no way for me to remove the key from play. And now that the Nancy is dead and the Jane is dead, the hatch is spawned. So they will get the hatch escape unless I immediately find David and hit him with Victor Pounce. I assume the map has a hatch lock on it as well. Oh, they're actually just attempting the gen, which is a bit surprising. I wonder if they finish it. They've just stuck it 2-man. They've given up on their teammates, which is, I think, statistically a good play. Wow, great play. Yeah, so these guys might be the first survivors in regular gameplay to actually beat my twins. And what I mean by beat my twins is that they actually get an exit escape. Bill's over here. They're spreading to the exit gates to make sure they get at least one out. I can't get back over there because I don't actually have movement speed add-ons on my Victor. So he gets this open. Oh no, mind, he might not. Alright, there's still a slight possibility that we stop Bill from escaping, I suppose. Yep. So unless they have unbreakables, we actually could get Bill out. Get them out. He knows he has to pick up David. Jeez. So there you go. Even a 4-man Swift that played relatively well from a macro perspective still ended up losing on the game. All right, guys, there we go. That was a tough game. The keys meant that it was really hard to know what to do at any given time because we didn't bring Franklin's, we brought Spinning Top instead, which then made our Victor slightly weaker. And, you know, they had really good communication. Instead of picking up the 2 slug teammates, they just stuck the gen and went for the 2-man out. And they almost got it because they split across the map for the different exit gates. But thankfully, we managed to clutch it using Victor to split the pressure again. So really good survivors. Obviously, they brought everything in the kitchen sink. You know, there was 4 Unbreakables. There was 4 DSs. There was 2 Dead Hards, a Life. Everyone had self-care, which is quite unusual for a 4-man Swift. You don't expect self-care from 4-man Swifts. One had inner strength. They had, you know, a medkit. I assume they're Swift based on everything that I see in front of me here. But this is a bit confusing because there is no Killer Shack at the Gideon Meat Plant. Either way, I think the MMR system works. I don't think I'm ever going to be guaranteed to get a squad that is competitive team level every game. And honestly, I don't think anyone wants that either. I think what they want, essentially a system that matches you with worthy opponents most games, you know what I mean? So...
Check me out, y'all.